Hello everyone, and welcome to another Company Heroes 2 replay cast. My name is ATR, and today we're going to have a 1v1 on, you guessed it, Semoskiy Winter. Our heroes today are going to be SturmTigerOst, playing for the Soviets. And we have Lieline, playing for the Germans. Once again, this is from the Sunday Night Fight Season 5 tournament, round of 128. And let's check our players. So our players, we said Ost is currently the highest ranked in this matchup. He is ranked on the, well, 100th for his Soviet play, which he's playing right now. He's also around the 200s for the Germans, so, you know, no scrub there. Lieline, not that, bad, but his German play is in the 700s, so a little bit of a mismatch here, but hopefully it will still give us an exciting match. Seating-wise, however, it looks very disparative. It's 28 for Ost and 101 for Lieline, so a little bit mismatched there, but, well, who knows? Like I said, opposites always happen, so we can expect maybe good things to happen here. Anyways, build order-wise, nothing that you wouldn't expect otherwise. Lieline getting himself tier 1. Interestingly enough, though, he only went for 1 Grenadier and 1 MG42, MG42 being the opening unit. Grenadier coming on the field right now, so we'll see if that helped him out, or, makes it worse. SturmTigerOst doing what, most Soviets do, getting himself conscripts, so nothing out of the ordinary there. Pioneers running over to the right-hand side, engaging the combat engineers in the house. The combat engineers did manage to capture the fuel point, but the Pios are now going to capture that. We do hear conscripts Urain right on top of the Pioneers. Unfortunately, the MG42 was not set up to help the Pioneers, and the Pioneers are going to lose this fight. Down to 3 men already. They're going to have to retreat, and there they go. MG42 stops around here, but decides to continue moving to the north and just simply support the Grenadier. So not paying out right off the bat with the MG42. If the MG42 had actually set up here to support the Grenadier squad, would have been a different engagement, but, Ost could have potentially still won that if he got a nice flank with the conscripts, but oh well, regardless. MG42 moving straight up to the north onto the fuel point. They are going to run into a conscript squad. If they set up right now, they might be able to catch them, but the conscripts are right on top of them. They Ura before it sets up, and they're going to get right on top of that MG42. MG42 setting up in front of them. It will be able to get off a burst before. No, it actually doesn't. Conscripts get right behind that MG42. The MG42 is now in a very tough spot. There is a Grenadier squad coming up for support, so the MG42 might be okay, but needs to run back and let the Grenadiers actually be the ones doing the fighting. They are not running back. They're getting hunted down by those conscripts. The MG42 is moving back. Should get it into the house potentially. That would be the okay choice. And SturmTigerOst did not get himself Molotovs. He's actually going for a 4 conscript opening. Oh, the MG42. No, actually it doesn't go down. It looked like it went down, but the icon was waiting for them to get into the house. So one man makes it alive and gets into the house. The MG42 will set up and start shooting at these conscripts. So the Grenadiers might actually win this fight if they manage to stay there. But the one man over here taking his sweet time to set up. There he goes. Finally sets up in that window. Opens up on that conscript squad. Forces on the retreat. Grenadiers need to back off and getting heavy cover. And the MG42 will support. MG42 shooting at those conscripts. Getting a suppression. So the Grenadiers might be fine there. Down here by the cutoff point, we see a conscript squad also Urang on top of another MG42, so 2 MG42s and 2 Grenadiers for Lieline. Hasn't actually panned out so far. MG42s have not proven to be as useful as they could have been otherwise. And the Grenadiers push on forward with the support of the MG42. The conscripts are forced to retreat, so a little bit of a victory up north, while Grenadiers do force the conscripts to back off from the strategic point. MG42 hitting the field again, very low in health, about half health and a full health squad. Or, I mean, fully enforced squad, that is. And the Pios are once again over on the right-hand side trying to capture territory, while the combat engineers are going to go capture down the south. Third Grenadier squad getting produced for Lieline, so he's going to be investing a little bit more heavily in his tier 1. And the MG42 decides that it's a great idea to just simply run past the house that has conscripts in it and get itself shot. Conscripts Urain to get themselves into the church. They will be able to deny the church to the MG42. The MG42 will set up in a horrible angle, shooting at the house, and now packs up once again to run, Cannon make it out alive. The conscripts jump out of the house on the other side of the door. The MG42 is very low in health. The conscripts are taking shots. There's only one window they can shoot from there, so that allows that MG42 to barely make it out alive. Grenadiers moving back into the center, trying to stop those conscripts from getting to capture that point. Second Grenadier squad moving up. Can actually get into the zone and stop that decap. There they go. Very nice. Molotov landing on the Grenadiers. Grenadiers are forced to push on forward. One of them is still in the fire, so he will ignite if he doesn't move out of there. And they are taking some unnecessary damage there. Combined Grenadier squad does force away that conscript squad quite easily, so small respite there for Lieline.
The enemy has taken our supply sector.
Tech-wise, no additional tech. Still only tier 1 for Lieline. No additional tech for Ost, and he's actually getting himself a 5th conscript squad. Very interesting. Medics have already been researched also for Ost, so he's going to be able to get his squads back to full strength. And conscripts are uraying straight onto that one-man MG42 that has refused to leave that house. Molotov will go down, killing the MG42 instantly. There it goes. So one MG42 lost to the battlefield. Sorry. Yeah. There's the gun inside the house. Forever lost. So Lieline not able to keep up with Ost right now, and like I said, Ost is in the top 100 and 200s, so you know, not a bad player per se. So yeah, Grenadiers taking a Molotov to the face, down to 2 men, very low health. Conscript squad very healthy, 6 men still. This Grenadier squad does throw a rifle nade at him, trying to get a kill. Does land a nice shot, actually kills 3 of those conscripts, and retreats. Retreats into another conscript squad and gets himself shot. So Lieline now down to 2 Grenadiers and 1 MG42. He decides to go for tier 2. Start to get something a little bit stronger on the field. And anti-tank nades are getting researched for SturmTigerOst. Preemptive anti-tank nades, nothing on the field right now for them to hit. Again, which is why I personally prefer not to get it, you know, just by default, just get it as a reactionary thing. But I guess it doesn't really matter much.
Well done, comrades. The point is ours.
Conscripts up north, capturing territory. Grenadiers going for the fuel, but they won't be able to connect it because they need this point. And, well, actually, no, never mind. They should be able to connect it. Conscripts going for the Grens up north. So right now, pretty much the entire map is going to start getting captured by Ost because he has 5 conscript spots on the field, while only 2 Grenadiers are on the field for Lieline. Molotov landing on the Grenadiers up north, down to 2 men, trying to get out of the line of sight, or, well, out of the fire, that is. They move back to another green cover, but with Hit the Dirt activated, SturmTigerOst selected his guard rifle combined arms tactics. He gets more cover out in the open. Rifle nade going down on the conscripts hitting the dirt. Gets some nice hits. One of them actually catches fire to its own Molotov. And down to 1 man. This conscript squad might actually die. Does get a nice kill on one of the Grenadiers and allows him to get out because only 1 rifle is going to shoot at them. Center of the map, conscripts hitting the dirt right in front of the Grenadiers. The defense that Hit the Dirt provides really not that much. So the conscripts are falling like flies. The Grenadiers still at 3 men, 3 on 3. It's going to be an easy win for the Grenadiers. Grenadiers decide to back off and jump into the church. One of them actually falls while moving there. And we have an engagement down south in the fuel point. MG42 getting Molotov in that house. Conscripts hitting the dirt in front of it, being able to shoot them while they're still there. Grants in the house to actually force off that conscript squad, but not before they capture the point. And victory point-wise, SturmTigerOst is in a slight advantage, 491 to 405, so about 90 points. Unit does get lost at some point. I didn't actually check. Was it this conscript here? Yeah, it might have actually been. I mean, we do have a retreating conscript squad somewhere, but yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I think it was down there, but oh well. Panzer Grenadier up north, mauling this Vet 2 conscript squad, but with the Veteran C2 they do manage to make it out alive, and they did get that Panzer Grenadier squad down to 2. Conscripts push forward right on top of the burning hay bale. The hay bale disappears in a puff of nothing, and the conscripts will capture the fuel point. So SturmTigerOst now finally getting himself tier 3, so he went for tier 2, tier 3, simply to be able to have those AT gun capabilities. And is he gonna get himself a T70? I would assume, considering the fuel that he has. He can get one pretty much as soon as the building pops, so one can only assume. Scout car now on the field for Lieline. I guess that's fine. Scout car is quite handy at dealing with infantry, but with the 18-8s already researched on those conscripts and PPSHs equipped on some of them, Scout car can also potentially fall very quickly.
Okay, that's the last one. Our PPSHs are here.
Right hand side, Pios getting engaged by PPSH equipped conscripts. The Pios are going to lose quickly, so Lieline retreats them automatically. Very nice reaction there. Correct course of action. Conscripts with PPSHs push into the center. The two-man Grenadier squad decides to retreat. They see, oh no, they have SMGs. Let's get the hell out of here. And conscripts with PPSHs on the left-hand side engage the Panzer Grenadiers. The Panzer Grenadiers will actually hold their ground a little bit more and fight those conscripts. The conscripts will win the fight. However, they are going to take some heavy losses. And they push on forward. PPSH is opening up. Down to one man. Forced on the retreat. Can he make it out alive? It looks like he will be able to make it out. And there he goes. So the conscripts win the fight. Lose one of their men, but they will stay on the field. So no more NG42s for Lieline, so the opening strategy didn't pan out. Grenadiers in the center, conscripts with PPSHs, shooting the Grenadiers over here, jumping into the house. Molotov will go down into the house. We see the windup, and there goes the pitch. Will land right on top of 4 of them, so that's going to do a lot of damage. And the Grenadiers have to evacuate. One of them does get burned alive inside the house, and the conscripts continue to pursue. The scout car is over here on the right-hand side. Will move into support, but it is not really going to do a lot. Really what's going to happen here is that it's going to get 18-8'd. Conscripts are and on top of the scout car takes too long. T-70 hitting the field for SturmTigerOst. Going to finish off that scout car and actually gets abandoned, so that will be a nice pickup there for SturmTigerOst. He says, you know what, I do want that scout car. Let's go ahead and back it off, get it repaired, and get it on the field. Grenadiers are coming into the field that could potentially take down that scout car, but it does have engineers right next to it that will start the repairs immediately. And the T-70 is going to town on those Grants. Actually eliminates an entire Grant squad. So Lieline is now down to 1 Panzer Grenadier and his Pioneers. That's it. Panzer Grenadiers getting barely reinforced right now. Pack gun getting produced for Lieline, so that is really the only response he could do to try to keep that T-70 at base. T-70 can also flank the pack gun very easily and decrew it, but at least, you know, if it's positioned correctly, it'll make it difficult for the T-70 to just simply stroll into the piece. Panzer Grenadiers as well get themselves the Panzer Treks, so they will also do some damage to the T-70 if it is not managed properly. And with that a stolen MG42? I think it is.
Machine gun ready.
No, that's actually a Maxim machine gun. Okay, never mind. Okay, so the scout car actually gets itself its upgrade and starts nailing on the Panzer Grenadiers. So that has got to be a very interesting, a very satisfying composition. T-70 and scout car. Second T-70 already hitting the field for SturmTigerOst just to simply put the nail in. Grenadier squad was being produced for for Lieline, but he cancelled it. Not entirely sure what he's going for. Maybe a second AT gun. AT gun also getting produced for Ost, so he's just gonna pile everything up and put it up in front of the base. Maxim machine gun in this house, gonna make it so that this point cannot be advanced. The Panzer Grenadiers getting shot out in the open. They will throw some Shreks out. Nice bundle nade on top of the conscript, does no damage, but T-70 and Maxim machine gun doing a lot of damage to the Panzer Grenadiers, forcing them to retreat, and there they go. Grenadier squad does end up getting produced for Lieline. He didn't really have much of a choice. And on the left-hand side, or right-hand side of this, conscripts do end up executing a Pioneer. Wasn't a Pioneer squad, but it was a Pioneer. Maxim machine gun does get taken out for SturmTigerOst. A little bit of a loss there. The house collapsed on top of them. And unfortunately, you see all the bodies of the conscripts there getting crushed under the weight of the wood. Second T-70 on the field, so we now have 2 T-70s and a scout car. Scout car with its upgraded autocannon. That's going to be pretty funny. And the pack gun moves up to be able to defend the area. Third T-70 getting produced for SturmTiger also. He can just simply roll over everything right now. We shall see what he does. Maybe he's just getting set up for the coup de grace. Yeah, killing move and just finish it in one fell swoop. Down south, Pioneers do push forward. The conscripts decided to abandon territory and retreat. Get healed up. Get full strength. 2 T-70s and the autocannon on the scout car do rip that Panzer Grenadier squad to shreds and kills them instantly. So no more Panzer Treks on the field for Lieline. Grenadiers holding position out in the strategic point, and down south we see the Pioneers having pushed back. Third T-70 on the field, now finally heading back onto the field. They can kill infantry so fast that it's not even funny, even though it is very, very funny to see. But yeah, I mean, there's really nothing Lieline can do. Like I said, at this point he's lost the game. Triple capped, down to 166 points. Will either lose by victory points very soon, or get killed off by the T-70s. Either way, Lieline is dead, and even if he knows it, he is gonna stick it out. Because again, like I said, it's a tournament, so players like to, yeah, mostly, at least in the early stages, they refuse to leave because they want to stay in there till the last moment. Very nice Molotov there by those conscripts. Actually incinerated the entire Grenadier squad and killed them off. We now have tier 3 on the field for Lieline, and he's getting himself a Stug. A Stug, very nice option here. The T-70s will not be able to do very much against that Stug, and the Stug could potentially take them out if they don't circle strafe him. Because unfortunately Stug does not have a turret. But SturmTigerOst already has a AT gun on the field, so that Stug will not be able to just simply walk all over. But it'll allow him to stay alive a little bit longer, prolonging the game unnecessarily, but well, still no Doctrine for Lieline, so interesting choice that he hasn't gone for anything. Not a lot he could go for, I suppose, that would help him in this point. And from the choices he has, I guess, I actually don't remember what they are. Anyways, Grenadier squad managing to barely make it out of the field alive. And Stug now heading straight onto the field. Going onto the conscripts. The conscripts will throw a not Panzer Strike, the 18-8 on top of it. First one whiffs it and only bounces off, doing a little bit of damage. Second one hits and no damage again. And third conscript squad moving up, getting shot by the bunker. Throw another 18-8 and finally get themselves a crit on the engine. And the conscripts are getting now mauled by the Stug. T-34 getting produced for Ost. He sees, okay, well, he has something that can kill my T-70, so let's get something that can kill his Stug. Down to 75 points for Lieline. I would say SturmTigerOst could afford to just simply go for the kill right now and send those T-70s in. Conscripts pushing forward, getting Molotovs right on top of that pack gun that allows those T-70s to move in with impunity. The Pioneers were apparently trying to get on the pack gun, but they got burned alive. And the Grants are just there shooting at the at the conscripts. T-70s and scout car pushing onto the field in force. Third one coming up behind. AT gun does get set up in a nice position, taking a shot at the Stug, killing it off, and the T-70s are now inside the enemy base, just going to town, and SturmTigerOst says, okay, fine. I'm dead, fine. I'm not going to wait until the game ends. So that is it. So very nice, very easy game there for Ost. The MG42 opening for Lieline didn't pan out, especially because the MG42 was not used to its full potential. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the game. If you have any positive or negative remarks, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. If you have any replays you want to send me, go ahead and send them to the email that I will put in the description. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time.